by Brian again.
Alright, let's take a look.
Green lights are given and it's a go, go, go heading into the first corner. It's a good launch by Versa, but he has car right on his tail. It looks like it's Brian in the Ferrari running a special livery. Brian, they stay on the track, no crashes yet, and one Alpine crashes 3 drivers off the track. Looks like it was Azazel, and Adam gets completely murdered after that. Goofy following the other Alpine who also gets murdered right after that, and we have a safety car in lap 1. Car restart. Or with Azazel. And Acid in the Racing Bull moving from Red Bull after all these years. What a good season for Acid. It has been up until now. Marshall going side by side. With the Alpine gets pushed off the track but keeps fighting. Viewers will look at that, and Tokyo gets murdered by Versatile. Oh, what a leg crash by the British driver. Tino bumps him on the other side and gets an overtake for free by Versa. Sponsored by Versa. Marshall further down back in P10. Infinite going side by side, Infinite lagging as per usual, and gets completely murdered and goes up in the air. What a bounce by Infinite. Crazy GTA physics. Infinite is the driver even alive. We have another safety car and there's a crash under safety car condition.
Which Mercedes just went flying, bro?
On board with Versatile, lap 3, position 3, lap 4. Driver Tino pushes him off track with lag. We'll have to look at that as well. Now he's losing a position to Tokyo as well in the Red Bull after killing him earlier on in the race. Goofy going side by side with the Williams driver. Williams also with a special livery. There's a rock on the inside. They have to be careful. And Marshall gets actually the overtake done. Curse is enabled right now. Heading into the first corner. Versatile goes off track, gets a slowdown, and now he's under threat from Marshall after getting overtaken by Goofy. Marshall looking for something on the first straight of the circuit. Nothing doing here. And even as it overtakes Marshall, oof, that's a low blow for Marshall now. That goes off track a bit. Still following it right behind Marshall and Acid. Marshall trying to overtake Acid here. Trying to follow Versa and his teammate, Goofy Pepper. Azazel. With 2 cars going side by side, and Brian kills Acid off the track. Brian somehow survives after that. And his teammate Spooky has to be careful with the Acid rejoin. Stuck behind 2 Alpines, one of them really teleporting. Okay, under threat from Acid once again. Acid in a lot of fights early on in this race and murders Spooky off the track. That's gonna be a 5-second penalty after the stewards get a look at that. Lap 8 for Spooky. Trying to climb up after getting murdered by the American driver and gets murdered once again, this time by Infinite. And this is gonna be a penalty for Infinite. Depending on the lag. It could be even a 5-second penalty. Spooky complaining as per usual. Infinite does try to self-serve it, but that's not a thing anymore. Versa still stuck behind Goofy. Lap 9. Trying to get the overtake done here, and he does so. Goofy has more curse maybe on the exit. Still side by side. No up and under this time. Goofy doesn't leave the space on the exit. Versa still keeps fighting side by side, gets bumped from behind, and it should be the overtake done and dusted for him. 3 cars on his tail. Goofy bumps him once again, goes over the prop. Curses. Probably low on curse at this point compared to Versatile. He curses really early here, and this should mean Versa keeps the position. Unless Goofy decides to send a dive bomb up the inside, and he does not decide to do so. Next up behind him, it should be his teammate Marshall. Ilmex beeping, going into the pit lane for the triple medium strategy. Pit window is open, he curses into the pit, skips the slowdown. Stays on the medium tire compound, and let's see where he comes out compared to Texi. Gonna be really close. Skillmax gaining a lot in the pits with the curse on the entry. Crosses the pit exit line a bit, but nobody, I think, saw it, so he should be fine with it. And then Skillmax forgot to turn for the corner after that, so he lost all.
He passed because I accidentally killed him earlier this race.
Azazel towards the end of the race, 3 laps to go.
That was fair.
Under threat from Brian. Brian bumps him from behind. Then Adam has a bump on Azazel as well. Brian leaves the space on the exit. Adam gets an overtake.
And they are overtaking like crazy. What the fuck?
Azazel falling right behind Brian. Brian curses really early here. Adam should get this position back. Let's see what Azazel can cook up. Can Adam set up his teammate? He can, maybe.
Let's make a wall.
Really close. Adam lagging like crazy. Legs back on the track. He should keep that position. Beeping on the last lap. Texi goes off track. Looks like lag as well. Skillmax goes off track. Bumps Texi. Yours will have to look at that. Texi curses back to re-overtake the lead of the race. He gets the overtake done. Let's see if Skillmax has any curse to fight this back. Last 2 sectors of the race. Texi goes off the track again. Again, it looks like lag. And Skillmax gets murdered by Texi's lag. And going over the line, it is Texi in the end who gets P1, followed by Skillmax P2. After him comes Texi's teammate Tokyo in P3. Dino in P4. Having a really quiet race. Oh, and he goes off track. Are the tires cooked? Versa going side by side. Does Dino have any tires left to keep the P4? Has to be careful here. And yeah, he has absolutely zero grip in those tires. It's a free P4 for Versatile.
It was a good try, man.
Dino fighting to keep the track, the car on the track to score some points for his team. It should be 10 points for P5 finish for Tino in the Audi, but Versatile gets 12 points in the Williams for P4 finish. Tino keeps it on track, curses over the line and gets the P5. As we said, Goofy in P6 in the Aston Martin. After them, come Marshall and Azazel. Marshall in P7. Marshall's tires also looking not so good. Red door. Oh, he's losing the rear. Last sector for Marshall. Can he keep it on track? A lot of drivers cutting it close with strategy. Azazel, he's good on the tires. Let's see what he can do in the last sector. Curses, goes side by side with Marshall. Overtakes and gets P7 for himself. The Vietnamese academy manager as a reserve gets P7, while Marshall will have to be satisfied with P9 in the end. He gets overtaken even by Azazel's teammate Adamski.